time here in North Carolina, but I've just had something on my heart that I feel like I'm supposed to share with you, whether you're on live tonight or can watch this later. This week I've just had a couple of big things that I've been avoiding. One is something kind of silly and simple. It's Snapchat, which is a fun social media thing that a lot of younger kids are doing. My 18-year-old loves it, does great Snapchats every day. And then some fun 20-something and 30-something-year-old friends that I have are on it. And I love watching their Snapchats, but it's really confusing and it's not at all intuitive. And I just haven't been able to figure it out. And I just couldn't figure out, like, why would I do something that's just like little 10-minute segments of video or photos and just fun, silly stuff. I just couldn't see, like, if I'd even have something interesting to put on there, like, why would anybody want to see it? But yet I wanted to do it because my son was doing it and I just thought it would be fun. But I kept avoiding it, and I'd start and then I'd stop and then I'd start and I'd stop. And the same thing, so that was yesterday that I was like, I just need to do this, even though I don't have it figured out. Like, I just need to be brave and jump in there and figure it out when I get, after I get going. At the same time yesterday, I remembered that I had a 20-page, this is 20 pages, application for my daughter Aster to get into something called Mighty Riders. It's a equestrian horseback riding therapy for kids who have developmental delays and disabilities, and our daughter has some pretty significant developmental delays, and it's a nonprofit that's 10 minutes from our house. It looks like it would be incredible for Aster to be a part of. But the problem is that they only accept applications each year between like April something and July 1st. And a friend of mine told me about it, and I printed out the 20-page application, and it completely intimidated me. And so I decided to wait until June to work on it after school was out. And then yesterday I realized, like, oh my gosh, July 1st is right 2 days away. There's no way I can get this thing done. And I needed to get in touch with her doctor, and I called her doctor's office, and there was no way that they could get the forms filled out because they hadn't seen her recently enough. So I called her specialist, who sees her every 6 months, and I'm still waiting to see if he is going to be able to fill out, just sign. Honestly, it's just signing one form. It would be really simple, but I'm not even sure it's going to get on his desk in time. So pretty much I decided, okay, I'm not even going to try. Like, why even try? It's just too big to even attempt to get done. And right as I had decided to not even try, I looked in the mirror and I had on a shirt from my friend Nikki Koziar that says, "Don't give up." And it's based on a verse in Galatians. And I realized that I was giving up before I even got started on Snapchat and on this huge application. And I felt like God was just showing me that I don't tend to just go for it. I don't tend to just jump into something and figure it out as I go. I'm a maximizer. If I'm going to do something, I want it to be worth it, and I want to be good at it, and I want it to make sense. But I realized by being that way, I was missing out on the possibility of my daughter getting into this really cool horseback riding therapy, and on the fun of Snapchat. Like, who cares if I look like an idiot? It's no big deal. But I was making it such a big deal, and I was quitting before I was even starting. So anyway, I just have been thinking about it a lot. And I just wonder if I've just been sensing all day, like, I'm supposed to get on Facebook and I'm supposed to encourage you guys and just say, is there something in your life that you want to do that you think would be fun, but you're afraid, like, that you'll fail, or you're afraid you'll look stupid, or you'll make a mistake, or you won't do it right? I mean, there's so much pressure with social media to look cool, and there's things that you might want to do. I've made a list for myself this summer it's called I've Always Wanted To, ... And I'm just making a list of things that I've always wanted to do that I haven't done because either I didn't have time, or I felt like it was kind of a luxury, or not important enough, or whatever. And I just wonder if you've got some I've always wanted to's, and or maybe some big things coming down the pipeline in your life, and you're not doing it because you just think it's not worth it. It's too big to even start. I want to tell you that yesterday I got on Snapchat, and I had no clue what I was doing. But I just decided, I am not missing out on something that could be really fun just because I'm afraid I'm going to look stupid or I don't know what I'm doing and I'm not one of the cool kids. And you know what else? I filled out that application. That 17 pages that we have to fill out, I went ahead and filled it out. And I called Astor's doctor's office, and then I filled out all the doctor forms that as much as possible, so all they have to do is sign it, and I faxed it to them, and I scanned the pages, and I emailed it to them, hoping that they're going to get it, and hoping they'll take the time to give my little girl, you know, a boost in this opportunity. But I don't know if it's going to work out. Like, I might have wasted an hour or two last night filling out 17 pages of these forms. But if I hadn't even attempted, she wouldn't have had any chance to get in. I had to at least go for it and not worry about wasting my time and not worry about how much time it was going to take. And it took my whole day yesterday. I had to completely cancel some other plans to tackle that big project. But I'm so glad I did. Even if it doesn't work out, I'll know that I tried. And I just want to encourage you that those dreams and those things, hi Mary and Glenda and Sherry and Carol, thank you guys for leaving some comments. You're right, God can make the impossible possible. And I have to say, like, that's a struggle for me. Like, I'm just learning a lot about my personality, and God likes to call me to do things that look impossible so that He can show up and be God. And I just want to encourage you guys along the way, in case you're struggling with the same kind of stuff, in case you're missing out on some fun things that maybe you want to go to the pool with your kids this summer, and yet you're like, oh, I don't want to put on a bathing suit or get sweaty, or, you know, the kids always have a meltdown, and you're missing out on some fun stuff because of the cost. I just want to encourage you, don't quit before you even start. Just go for it. I know it's hard, but gosh, it's just worth it. I just don't want us to be safe anymore. I just want to do things afraid, and I just want to be willing to look stupid, honestly, for the sake of having fun. I mean, honestly, I felt kind of stupid asking my doctor or Astor's doctor to fill out those forms, because I thought, like, I look like an irresponsible mom that I just found out about this, and I should have sent it sooner. And here I am asking him to take time out of his busy schedule. I don't even have an appointment to fill out some forms. But you know what? It's worth it. I'm sorry. I'm getting attacked by bugs. Sorry for the shakiness. It's worth it. My little girls can just invite you to sit here with me and just think about these things. So